This week on the podcast, we are talking about the Boo Bash, the decorations for the 50th, and how those two are going to work together. And Lego? I don't know how we got on the topic of Lego. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Francine, and you're listening to the Pixie Dust Fan Podcast, a podcast where our first topic of conversation will always be Disney. I've been a Disney fan for as long as I can remember, and I'm determined to bring more of that Disney magic into my everyday life. So if you need a little extra pixie dust in your day, you've come to the right place. Thanks so much for listening, and let's get started. Welcome to another episode of the Pixie Dust Fan Podcast. Hi, Carrie.
Hiya.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Just okay?
Yeah, it's all good.
It's been quite a week.
Yeah, you've had a busy week.
It's been a very, what do we say? Like, it's my unmagical job. My unmagical job has been extra unmagical this week. This week and into the weekend.
You had extra servings of, extra helpings of unmagic.
I did. And I feel like it's going to go on for a little while longer. So I am trying to stay focused on the happy stuff, because that is not making me happy at the moment. I took a day off, and it didn't really feel like a day off. So
That sucks.
And what about you? What's been going on in your life this week?
I don't know. I don't think anything too exciting.
Nothing earth-shattering, nothing fantastic going on?
Well, I did. My cat, Prince Charming, I think, had a bit of a breakthrough this week.
What happened to Prince Charming?
He all of a sudden stopped with his shenanigans for whenever I close my office door.
Oh my goodness.
Because I pretty much spend every minute I close the door, I have to wait 30 seconds and open it and close it and open it and close it. I just keep my door open unless I have a meeting. But when I have a meeting or a
Prince
call
Charming's
or whatever,
a bit of a pain with it.
He's a bit of a pain. And then all of a sudden this week...
What happened?
I don't know. He's snoozing on the bed all day long. Door's closed. He doesn't even care. It's like he has no cares in the world anymore. It's like whether he was, felt trapped in here before. I don't know. But now he's
now he's okay.
He's snoring to a new tune. Let me tell you, he's just
That's
in
fantastic.
Here. It was the best.
Well,
and it was all week long. It wasn't just one day, all week long. So
all week while you were working, he wasn't having a fit about the door being closed.
No, he just laid in here and just slept all day long when I had the door closed.
So now we're going to really put it to the test, though. Because
we'll see.
Now podcast recording is usually when he seems to have a bigger issue.
Well, because the door's closed.
Right.
Yeah. Because at work I don't have to, I don't have many meetings. So I don't close my door. It's not
a regular occurrence.
Yeah, I don't have to open and, I don't have meetings all day and I'm closing them in here all day. But whenever the heck I do close the door for my meetings here and there, or my nighttime meetings I have, or when we're on the podcast,
that's usually when he's having a fit.
Yeah, usually as soon as the door closes, it's less than 30 seconds. You could time it.
Well, let's see how today goes. If he makes an appearance, we'll have to let everyone know. But this is a big breakthrough in Carrie's cat life.
You asked.
I did.
That's what happens when you're sitting around at home.
This is what our lives have become.
It took him 14 months of working from home and being locked and having a door closed, and he's finally come around.
This is what our lives have become.
Yeah, pretty much. So there you go.
There you go.
That was gonna be my pixie dust. It was such an exciting turnaround this week for me.
It was. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a great thing. We'll see how it goes.
I think it's done. It's good.
I think it could be. And we did say we were going to talk about news this week.
Yeah.
And all the news that was going on. And I just think, this is what our lives have become, that this is our big news at home. I had a rotten week at the magical job, and your cat is not fighting to get out of the room.
Had a social anxiety breakthrough.
for the cat. Yep. But Disney had some pretty big news this week.
Yep, they did.
Well, and I think it's all kind of relative because it's relative to what we think is big news, you know, including Prince Charming. Was the Boo Bash was announced.
Right, because it's halfway to Halloween.
Halfway to Halloween, which I find a very, like, let me just go on the record here. I know we're, you know, positivity and pixie dust, but quite frankly, it bugs me when people try to rush the holidays for the fall. Because, like, I'm not even in summer yet. I'm not even in summer, and you're talking about Halloween, and I saw somebody else post how many days till Christmas. Can we just put up, like, stop. I am not ready.
Well, and it's okay. It's okay to talk about Halloween because it's an exciting time at the parks, but, like, to really point it out with the halfway, like, the countdown MO, like, that's a little too much. Like, we don't need to be reminded that we're halfway there. They could have just said, guess what? We'd be excited enough to know that they're having Halloween celebrations.
Exactly.
Considering, you know, everything that's going on. So
yeah, the whole halfway thing just really threw me. And I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. I'm having a hard enough time writing the date of May. Because, you know, remember, one of the weeks my pixie dust was I bought the new table and chairs for my patio, like for my balcony, so I could sit outside and work from outside. If I'm got to be, you know, cooped up at home, I may as well be sitting. There hasn't been a day since that I could sit outside and work because it's been too cold.
Right, so, and now we're wishing away to fall.
Exactly. Okay, so that was the mini rant.
Yep.
but we are happy about the Boo Bash announcements, sure. Just because it's fun to hear about stuff coming to the parks. Mm-hmm. So this one runs this year. It's August 10th to October 31st. Why would they change it from Mickey's Not So Scary?
Well, I don't think...
Like, it's been called Mickey's Not So Scary forever and a day.
Well, I don't think it's a party. It's an after-hours event.
But isn't that what a party was? Was after hours?
Sort of. Well, I think I don't think there's a full parade. I think they're going to be doing the cavalcades of characters. And I don't know that I read anything about fireworks. Maybe because it's different and it can't be the full lineup that they usually do, the full experience. They don't want to call it the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Maybe.
But do you think it's more the COVID restrictions or is it the 50th?
It might be a little bit of both. Like, I think it's probably for sure the COVID restrictions. Like, if they can't do fireworks and they can't do parades and they've got to do things a little bit differently, maybe there won't be as many treat trails or treat thingies or whatever. Like, it might just have to be different, and they have to plan now how it will be regardless of what it really can be by then. Like,
but it just seems weird that they announced this after hours event, but there isn't really a lot of details about, like, what is it and why is it different? Like, the very fact that they've renamed it tells me that they're trying to distinguish it separately from what we've had before.
Right. I think so too. I agree.
But then what exactly is different?
It's a Boo Bash.
So it's a bash. Like, I love the costumes. So they've got some artwork and stuff for movies, like YouTubes and stuff with the characters. And it looks like it's Donald, Daisy, and Goofy are kind of center stage in their little outfits. And I like them. And they're very cute. But, yeah.
Maybe not all of the details are really...
Yeah, maybe they're coming later. So they're saying that they're going to have attractions will be open with lower wait times. Now, I don't remember, but I don't know that they ever really boasted in the last couple of years that the parties had lower wait times. Because they really didn't. The attractions were just as long during the parties because it was quite crowded.
Yeah, maybe they're figuring it'll be a chance for people to go with lower wait times versus what the regular park hours will be.
Maybe.
Like the crowds. I don't know.
Because
I think people go, I think there are people that like when you go to the Halloween party and you pay for that ticket, you're paying for the experience of the Halloween party, right? Like, sure, there's some lines for certain things on those nights, but I think you could be pretty strategic and get a lot of stuff done if your priority was to go on rides. But I think the cost of the tickets and the prices going up over the years, like that's, when you already have a park hopper ticket with your Disney package, to pay for an extra night to go in to ride, like to run around and try to ride rides versus enjoying the Halloween party. That's like, I don't know how many people did that. Mm-hmm.
So so what they're saying is the festivities will include Halloween themed cavalcades. So they're basically telling you there's no parade, you're getting a cavalcade instead, which is basically just a bunch of the characters in a couple of floats, if not like vehicles of some kind.
Maybe even random.
Could be random. Character sightings throughout the park, which is so that maybe their distance meets.
That's not a meet. Yeah, they're not.
They're not a meet and greet. So there's no Jack and Sally. Do they come for Halloween or Christmas? I can never remember. Nightmare Before Christmas. They come at Halloween. So Jack and Sally usually had like massive lines and whatever. So they're not going to be there. Special performances by the Cadaver Dans. I love them. So the Cadaver Dans are the Haunted Mansion version of the Dapper Dans. I love them. So I guess there's going to be holiday decor, lighting, music, treat stops with plenty of candy and more. So it brings me to the decor. One of the things, because we know, whether I've mentioned it or not, I don't know, but my birthday is in October. And, I celebrate my birthday in the Magic Kingdom. I like to be in the Magic Kingdom on my birthday. And it bugs me because I'm not a real holiday person that every year when I'm celebrating, it's decorated for Halloween. And there's Halloween pumpkins everywhere and all that kind of stuff. But this year especially, Carrie, it's the 50th. Mm-hmm. How are the Halloween decorations going to coincide with all this lovely stuff they've done for the 50th?
Well, that's the part that puzzles me the most, really, is that there's the 50th decor, and we see what they do to a park for an anniversary, right? Like the bunting and all the extra little things down Main Street, and it's, I would expect for this anniversary there'll be stuff all throughout the park. And the beginning of this is right smack dab in the middle of Halloween fall season. So will the anniversary decor trump the Halloween stuff? Or will the Halloween / fall stuff just come out on these Boo Bash nights?
So meaning they would put out decorations only on those nights and then take it down. So the next day it was all about the 50th. Because normally during the Halloween parties, they have special event merchandise and all that kind of stuff. So what kind of merch is going to be in the stores? Is it going to be 50th merchandise or Boo Bash merchandise?
Well, I think there'll be both merchandise. I don't think that'll be
they don't miss an opportunity to have special merchandise.
But think about the 50th theme, like the iridescent colors. And then think about the regular Magic Kingdom fall Halloween decor. All the reds and browns and orange and pumpkin colors. So that clashes big time. Like,
there's no way they can do like the iridescent purple, blues, pinks in combination with the orange of a pumpkin.
So maybe they've just got something fantastic figured out.
That they're just going to throw stuff up and take it down for those after hours events.
Because,
that could be.
Or maybe, what the heck is going on here?
So, are we breaking the Prince Charming streak? Because I don't know. Your cat has been running back and forth like crazy while you were talking.
He just jumped off the bed and attacked something on the floor.
All right. Well, that's good. At least he's not trying to get out the door.
Back to the colors. Though.
Back to the podcast. Colors, yes. Yeah, I don't think they're going to go.
Or maybe they'll have decor up till September 30th. And then...
That would be so fantastic if I could get there for my birthday, because, it's all about me right now. If I could get there for my birthday and not have pumpkins in the background. How fabulous would that be?
Yeah.
I'd love it.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. It's very interesting to see what they're going to do, though.
But I think it was very thoughtful the way they've done this. It's very purposeful the way that they've announced this party. Not party, event, after hours event.
It's a bash. Boo bash.
A boo bash. And also, typically, after hours events are more money than the parties, are they not?
I think so.
So, I've been to a few after hours events separate from the parties, and I liked them, but that was because they were very limited tickets.
Well, then that might be what's happening here, right? Because...
Like, we were in Tomorrowland or in Fantasyland, and I have pictures that I took at night. I wish I had a better camera that night with me. But I have pictures where it was just, there was nobody there. And that was at the beginning of the night. That wasn't like, at the end of the night. This was the beginning of the night. There were hardly anybody that they saw. Like, the tickets, it was so limited. But it was expensive.
So maybe it's trading the full party experience
for...
something a little bit different, and then a lot less crowds, because the Halloween parties definitely had a lot more people the last couple of years compared to the early years.
They were packed. Like, it was like a regular day at these parties, and different than the days of the original parties where it was very limited capacity. So the parties generally were going for, I think, $80 or $90 a ticket for an adult the last few years. And I think the after hours were over 100. So it's going to be interesting to see what this one is priced at. And they're going on sale in a few weeks, I think.
Yeah, or more information, I think. I don't know did they say when they were going on sale? See, for me, I would rather pay month. Because when I go to a Halloween party, I want to people watch, and I want to collect candy, and I want to look at the merch and just walk around and go on the Haunted Mansion, go on Pirates, maybe just walk around and chill out. Like, I'm okay paying less to be in a park that's packed. Like, there as an adult with no kids, like, I can stay to the very last minute if I want to grab some candy at the last part of the night or go on some rides at the very end. Like, I'd rather pay less and be in a jam-packed park. Because at the after hours, I'm not really concerned about going on. I'm not concerned about light crowds at all. Yeah. Because I just want to sit and people watch. Like, I love watching everybody's costumes, and I'd sit in the one spot all night and just watch people and see how their families are dressed up. And
yeah. So it's going to be a different experience. Like, I'm kind of interested to see how this goes, and what it means for the decor and how they kind of roll this out in conjunction with the 50th. It's going to be interesting. Mm-hmm. It's going to be very interesting.
For sure. It's so exciting.
It is. This is exciting, Carrie. And it's funny because I wonder how much of this is them testing. Like, in the wake of COVID and all the restrictions, they kind of have a pass for testing different things. Like, how the character interactions go, how they limit the capacity in the parks, how, different things like that, and how they do park reservations and all sorts of stuff. They're kind of getting to test that. And I'm interested to see that as the restrictions lift, what things they kind of adapt and keep in place. So we're hearing temperature checks are going to go away soon at the parks and the restaurants, where they're going to stop taking your temperature, I think before the end of the month. And I'm interested to see how the character interactions roll out as restrictions of social distancing get shorter. Because I think now they're saying in Florida it's 3 feet instead of 6. And Universal is doing 3 feet. Mm-hmm. I don't think Disney's come out yet with the 3 feet. So what's going to happen with the character meets? Because right now the characters are frolicking from a distance and you can take a selfie or whatever.
Well, at Disneyland this week, I saw a lot of pictures of how they were doing characters at DCA. So right outside of the Carthay Circle, they have that fountain, and they've set up temporary stages. And I guess just the way that it's laid out, it's like absolutely perfect. So they have the characters take turns coming onto these stages, and they've got the classics there. They've got the Fab Five. They've got Clarabelle there. They have Elsa and Anna there.
They have horse collar.
They have a horse there. They even had Oswald out there.
Oh my!
And
babe.
It seems like the most perfect spot. And they're having people come up, and so they're a little stage, and it's the circular area. So a little makeup stage, like not even a stage. It's more like a.
Like it's almost like a riser, like they
yeah,
look
like
maybe
a little riser, yeah,
like 3 feet or 4 feet. Like they're
platform.
not.
It's like a platform.
That's it. How long did it take us to come up with that word?
So they're on the platform, and they have like a little like nice fancy stanchion there, and the guests are coming up and doing selfies and getting pictures taken, and it's like the most perfectly framed picture. And I'm sure, like no autographs or whatever, but I would expect that the photo opportunity is a lot quicker. And it's a great photo, like a totally amazing photo, because there's a beautiful fountain around, there's not people anywhere, like it's just the characters and you and your family and whatever. It looks fantastic. So, minus the autographs, like that seems like a perfect thing that could actually
well, because you would shuffle the lines a lot faster if there wasn't that. I mean, I guess you lose the personal interaction, but on the flip side, you get through them quicker.
Right. And having a great photo, like, maybe there's different ways. Maybe you'll get autographs when you go to character meals and things like that.
So maybe the personal interaction comes at a character meal instead of in the parks. Wouldn't
like
that
really,
be
and a lot of maybe little kids want autographs or whatever, but what do most big kids want? They want a great photo, picture. Right? And this seems to be an amazing photo shot, like a photo opportunity. And they have the characters like on balconies and things like that around Disneyland and DCA, like they do at Walt Disney World. But that one this week seemed to stand out as a really awesome
I think it's a great
option.
idea. Yeah. Maybe they'll move into some kind of hybrid like that at Walt Disney World. That would be interesting to see.
And maybe it might be working a heck of a lot better right now because of the limited crowds, right? Like if the park's at capacity, they definitely do have, like they usually have the characters around that hub area in DCA, and there's like long lineups and whatever, and they come and go, and they're here and there whenever. So like that is the area where they usually do it, but yeah, like there's lineups down the street and whatever, like any way to maybe make it more.
But isn't that so great that they have this opportunity to try something new, and it all just kind of, it doesn't seem like they're able to try and modify and test all of these plans. And I'm so excited to see Oswald back at Disneyland, because he was there for the longest time. I love Oswald. And then he was gone for a while, and now he's back. So yeah, I love Oswald. I think he's the best story of perseverance and failure into triumph and all that kind of stuff. He's like the perfect symbol for, what Walt Disney represents and all sorts of stuff. And if you're not sure what Oswald or who Oswald is, let us know. Send us a note online, and we can maybe do an episode that talks about some of that stuff. Anyway, I'm going off on a different
hopefully Oswald will stay there, so when we visit we can get a picture taken with him.
Oh, I can't wait. Yes, because I had a picture with Oswald years ago when we went to Disneyland. But I was just so excited. I looked like such a goofball in it because I'm so excited to meet it. It was kind of like, how I imagine little kids are when they meet Anna and Elsa. When I saw them, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I was flipping out. So, yeah. So that was kind of fun to see what was going on there. And what else was happening in the news this week, Carrie? Carrie, we talked about the Boo Bash, and we didn't even cover the other Halloween news that came out. on the day.
Oh, the best news.
The best news. I thought that would be like top of your list. It's funny that this happens. You don't start with Disneyland. You don't start with the big best news of the episode. You're just trying to
be a Disneyland and Muppet bully.
So the big news?
So yeah, the big news is that there's going to be a Haunted Mansion Muppet special on Disney Plus this fall, which is awesome.
It's pretty exciting.
Yes, it's very exciting. Anything
especially for someone who is just dying for new Muppet content and new, like, don't you feel happy now to know that they're investing in Muppets go forward?
For sure. I think as a Muppet lover, like in the end, I love everything because I think I just have to. There's no, like, I have to.
Yeah, there's
I'll
never going to be a time.
Watch it a couple times. I'll let it sink in. I'll come to terms with what I think of it, and in the end, I love it. I love it all. Like, no matter what. Like,
is there ever going to be a time where Carrie goes, meh?
Well, and even if I say meh at the beginning, like I said, I watch it a couple times. I warm up to it a little bit, and I love it. So I think this one sounds like it's going to be fun. Like, we'll see what they do. Like, how much Muppets it is, or what, like how they, like, hopefully it doesn't turn into a commercial and it is an actual Muppet special. It sounds like Gonzo is dared to stay a night in the Haunted Mansion. I think Gonzo is an interesting character to pick because, like, if any of the Muppets probably
Gonzo
would be able to, would be Gonzo, like, because he's the weirdo. So, why wouldn't he just feel at home in the Haunted Mansion? So.
Yeah, but he's a weirdo. But is he a brave weirdo, like, to stay in the Haunted Mansion?
Well, he shoots himself out of cannons and does things that death-defying. What Gonzo feels is death-defying stunts. So I would think he would be maybe not a scaredy cat.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So these are the things I like. That's why I don't say anything. These are the things that I ponder in my brain when I really start to think about the whys. But I think it'll be awesome.
Yeah, I'd love to hear if people think Gonzo is the right one to do that. But I forgot about his death-defying stunts. Yeah. So maybe he is, the bravest. Is he going to bring
Camilla with him is my question, too.
Oh, yeah. Camilla's the chicken, right? Camilla's his chicken or something? Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, it's very exciting. So I can't wait for that. So that was
big news for you about, halfway to Halloween.
And it's neat to see everybody very excited about it too, right? Like, that was posted a lot on social media, the information about that. So
it was nice to see so many people invested in it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And really the next best bit of news was that did you see, well, I think I sent it to you, that there's a 35th or 30th, is it 30 or 35? 30 years, I think. The Muppet 3D. They have a magic band.
Oh, yes. So speaking of merchandise.
That was the best. That was the second best news. I was like, it's about time. No, I didn't order it. Not
you
yet.
Didn't?
No.
Are you going to? You're debating it, aren't you?
No, I'm not debating it. Of course I'm going to get it. It's got Muppets on it.
Oh, of course you're going to get it.
Of course I'm going to get it.
But I was surprised. I wasn't sure if you were really going to go for the magic band. I'm just going
to get it to have because it's got the Muppets on it. It's more of a collecting thing than actually probably.
Like, would you wear it in the parks? So you don't even like magic bands.
I don't like magic bands, but I need that one. Well, and this is someone, like, a few people had messaged me about it because, like, just in case I hadn't seen it. And I was saying, like, how I just bought, like, a little while back, I bought the Cat Dooney and Burke magic band that cost an arm and a leg for a magic band. And again, that was going to be my forever magic band because it costs so much. And then all of a sudden,
they come out with the Muppets.
But yeah, the Muppets 3D one I would probably buy.
But that one's not a Dooney and Burke magic band. So
no, it's just a regular magic band.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be awesome. Like massive overpriced magic band.
A regular one. But that was fantastic news too.
That's fantastic.
You see burgundy magic bands, mint green magic bands. What other magic bands did we? There's Indiana Jones magic bands. There's this magic band. There's that magic band. I'm trying to think of the ones I saw that are newsworthy. Raspberry magic band coming soon or released today. So I was very excited to see them up at 3D when I was like, yes,
that's it. Yeah, I think you desperately need to have that.
I don't desperately, but I definitely need
so.
it. So hopefully it's not limited or whatever. I'll get my paws on it.
Well, they have some other merch that's coming out for Halloween that's kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice any other merch other than the magic.
Yeah, so they have
I
like
just shut off my browser
jackets.
once that one. Oh.
The jean jackets, the Madame Leota jean jacket.
Oh, I did not see that.
Oh, yeah. And they have like these new little purses, but like
I saw Nuimo stuff.
That's where I was getting to. There's like Cruella Nuimo outfits.
Oh.
Like little leather jackets.
Like for me, I saw the Muppets. I saw the Boo Bash. I saw the Muppets special. I saw that Magic Band, and I saw the Nuimos, and beyond that, I think I was like, there's just been too much this week. I'm done.
Well,
I think I stopped looking at Facebook.
They've got some new Haunted Mansion stuff coming out for Shop Disney, and it'll be coming out in early July. It's, including a headband that actually, so it's like got the bow, like the mini bow, but it's Haunted Mansion wallpaper on the ears.
What?
With a Madame Leota medallion in the middle of the bow.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then there's some new, I think they're lounge fly bags, and they're Haunted Mansion. They're really, really cute. They're they're almost like little medicine bags.
Where was I?
Carrie, I don't know. Like where you been? You didn't leave the house.
I think I was a Muppet overload. I checked out. I'm telling you.
You thought all my dreams have come true. I've got all of my Muppet stuff. I don't need to look at any more stuff. Yeah, maybe that's what happened to you. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. Some great new merchandise coming for that in July to Shop Disney.
One thing I did see, in addition to the few things I obviously saw and a million things I missed, was the Star Wars Starbucks mugs that came out on May the 4th.
Oh, yeah.
I need those as well. I think.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. But Carrie, you're not like over the top Star Wars person.
Listen, I just bought myself a $300 Lego R2-D2. I think it's fair to say that I do like Star Wars.
What is with you guys and the Lego? I feel like this episode is just, we're all over the place, but it's okay.
Anyways,
we got to go with it.
I just wanted to tell you how I really wanted those Star Wars mugs. Like, that was something else I saw this week, and I was like, I need those 3 mugs. I love the...
Are you going to order them online, or what? I
gotta figure. Again, emotional overload apparently this week. Like, I haven't even got that far. I just knew that I really wanted them. But
can we talk about the Lego, though? Can we talk about the Lego and how this... Like, what has happened in the universe that so many people I know are all over, like, Disney Lego now? Well, it's like a big thing.
I think that the Lego,
it's like it took over puzzles.
No. I think, like, I've loved Lego since I was a little kid. I played with Lego. I had a big bucket of Lego, except my Lego was, like, just a regular primary color Lego. Back then, I think they might have had Star Wars or Lego that you could have built, like boy Lego, I would have called it, right? My friends across the road had more, I'll call it the boy Lego. I had the general multicolored rainbow Lego, but I've been playing with Lego all along. I think what happens is that, so people of my generation or people that grew up with Lego, you get to a point in your life where you can afford Lego, and you buy it because you really do love it, and you've loved it since you were 5, and you've loved it your whole life, and you went through a window where you weren't going to spend money on Lego or something like that, that's ridiculous, and then you get to a point where you're like, you can justify, and then match it with the Disney. Like, how could you love Lego and then not buy a Cinderella Castle Lego? Like, how is that possible?
Well, there seems to be all of this Lego stuff. I'm hearing more and more about it, and it, like, there's that meme or whatever that's online that talks about what happens when you get older is you have adult money to spend on these kind of things that you wanted as a kid. So when you grow up, you have the money to do these things.
Yep.
And now there's the Winnie the Pooh Lego that came out. I know my sister got that. Did you get that one?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the Lego that I bought recently.
What? Well, all I know is I think my sister
I was willing to put the R2-D2 out there, but that was it.
The R2-D2. Yeah, so I think my sister was up in the middle of the night trying to get that as well, because the Lego site is similar to the Disney site in which it doesn't necessarily work all the time. And these are things, when they're announced, people sit up until midnight to buy the thing, and it's sold out by morning. Like, if you're not up at midnight, it's gone.
Well, and with the Lego, it'll come, like, it will come back in stock, I'm sure. It's just, yeah, the people that want it.
But by that time, all your friends have already made it.
Like, you just want it. I can't explain it. You just want it.
I just think it's so, when I think of Lego as a kid, I made a house. It was always the same house. Like the four walls or whatever, and with the triangle roof. It always looked the same. It was always the same house I made with my Lego.
You know what I always built? I built the CN Tower. Like, if I built it once, I built it 100 times. I would build houses, and I would build the CN Tower. Like, not like I said, if I built it once, I built it 100 times. So it's the CN Tower. That was my thing in building houses.
But did you have a kit for the CN Tower, or you just made it with your own leg? You just made it up.
Yeah, because you try to get it as tall as you could and do the
before it would knock over, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, see?
Mm-hmm.
And now Lego comes with instructions.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you. So my sister had built, what did she build? What was it she built? I think it might have been the castle, Cinderella Castle. And my other sister was like, "Oh, I should have bought that Cinderella Castle. Can I borrow it?" So Becky was talking about doing the castle in reverse. Like, how do you take it apart? If it comes with instructions, and it comes in all these little individual boxes, and it comes with a book for how do you put it together, when you want to take it apart, you almost have to do the book in reverse.
Or just take it apart and the person that's putting it back together has to figure it out. Has a serious sorting. Like, that's the thing. Something like that is humongous, right? Like a regular Lego with a normal amount of pieces, it might be a little bit easier to unassemble and figure out how to store it. But I don't know. I think you would just make sure all of your pieces were taken apart and in one container, and then you would just sort it and do it. It'd be way more challenging because you'd spend as much time sorting all your pieces as you would be putting it together.
See, these are the things we ponder.
Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of fun. So I just love Lego.
I think it's great.
And my next Lego, I want the Nintendo. There's a Nintendo TV and a Nintendo console. That's my next one.
So I have seen that Lego. I think you sent it to me. And it's, if you were ever a fan of Nintendo, Super Mario, that kind of stuff, it's pretty awesome. It's cool. It is. It's very cool.
So that'll be, I'm gonna try to behave and have a bit of a Lego break. And then, because with the Lego, you always have to worry about them going, like, they're not around forever, so they will retire them. So you have to you have to make sure you get it before it's retired. I think I'm okay a little bit longer for the Nintendo. Yeah. I don't think I'll get you buying Lego. I've gotten you buying a lot of other things and collecting things and doing things, but I think you'll never.
I don't think I'm ever going to get into the Lego. I've had the same puzzle on my counter or my coffee table now for about a month, and it's not a particularly hard puzzle. It's just that I only do a couple pieces every night, and Anyway, any other news that we had to cover? I did see that. I can't even say it though. I'm going to butcher the name. The gelateria?
Gelato place?
The gelato place. It's called Gelateria Toscana. Toscana? Is that? I don't know.
Sounds good.
Completed. So it's open in the Italy Pavilion in Epcot.
Exciting.
So, it looks very exciting for people that like, I guess, gelato. I don't know that I'm a big fan of gelato.
I'll eat it. I love it. I like to go to Japan and get the shaved ice with the syrup on it.
So then what would you do? Would you do this, or would you do the shaved ice, or would you do both? Like, is it?
Well,
I don't know. Is
both if I could? It's just like ice cream.
Yeah, see?
Do we need to try some next time?
Yeah, like there seems to be some good, like there were a couple things that kind of spoke to me and I was like, like something, I'm going to butcher it again. But when they say, so fior di latte, so that would be like chocolate though, or coffee, wouldn't it? Strawberry cookies and cream gelati with strawberry sauce and whipped cream. Like that sounds delicious. As long as it's not latte with like coffee in it. I don't like coffee. So I don't like it when they do that and then they put like, but Italy's known for coffee, isn't it?
They do like coffee, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe this will have coffee in it. Anyway, so we're going to have to
maybe not though.
Maybe not. We're going to have to try it when we get there. But if it's kind of like ice cream, I guess you could have both, the shaved ice and this.
Well, if on different days. I don't
or
need
the
to
same day. Well, it's kind of like if you're walking around the world, you're walking it off anyway.
Yeah. Well, a lot of news, it seems, about the restaurants. Some of the restaurants are opening and some attractions that haven't opened are starting, like, opening soon. But buffets coming back, some of our favorite buffets.
How exciting is that? Which one? So we have Chef Mickey's and...
I think I saw something about Cape May and maybe Tusker House too. Yeah, I think.
Isn't it so fantastic? I'm excited to see them open.
It seems to me maybe it's because where we are and where we live. It seems that things at the parks may get back to normal a lot. Normal or move back to being more normal. I'm not going to say they're going back to normal like 100%. Right. But it seems like things are moving back to a more normal way sooner than what we would have expected.
Yeah. Well, that's because we're still,
it might be that.
I think because it's so shocking to us because where we are still under a stay-at-home order. Like we're still not, our stores aren't open. Like we're not going out anywhere. You and I haven't, like, we haven't seen each other in person and I can't even tell you how long.
Since the last time the Disney store opened and then closed a week later.
Right. I'm so glad we went and got our stuff. But yeah, like it feels like things there are getting back to normal. They're taking away temperature checks. This Festival of the Lion King is opening again.
Yep, that was another thing. So the shows are starting to come back. The buffets are opening. Like if they shorten the distance and they have between, like the distance between things, like to me that would sound like they would then allow more people in the park. So maybe the occupancy goes up.
It's going to be terrific. Carrie, if they would just open the border, life would be complete. And I think you and I both have our first vaccine, so we're very excited. I can't wait till we get back there. It's fun to see things getting sort of back to normal-ish. And hopefully it follows suit here because, I think we've covered all the news, but one of the reasons we want the stay-at-home order lifted is so that you and I can be in the same room to take our pictures.
Yeah, apparently we need to do a photo shoot so we can update some things.
So for everybody listening, we're getting close to our 100th episode. Aren't you excited?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And we have a couple of things planned to celebrate the 100th. We're trying some new things, intros, outros, music, the whole 9 yards. But one of the things we really want to do is update our pictures in our logo for the podcast as well. So hopefully you can get in here. We'll do a whole photo shoot. That'll be fun.
See how we do first before we get too excited.
But it's good. We're getting the 100th isn't far from now. And thank you. We had someone reach out because apparently last week on the podcast we were like, oh, it's episode 96 and we're almost at 100. It wasn't.
It was 95. This is 96.
Yeah, Carrie, why is this an issue for the two of us?
It's the funniest thing because we have multiple documents where we keep track of episode information. And we can't remember. I don't know how many times with the graphics.
Oh my goodness!
I've had to check to make sure that I put the wrong number in, and then I have to go back and fix it.
The way that this works is we record the episode, And then I start editing the podcast and Carrie does the graphics. And we need multiple versions of the graphics because we need one for Instagram, one for Facebook, a Pinterest, blah, blah, blah. So Carrie does the graphics. And I have a list of the podcasts. Carrie knows the name of the last graphic she did. And
you think you could, that's why we have multiple ways to reference this information. I can just
the
go
website,
look at the last graphic to see what number should come next.
And I could look at the last episode. And yet, because one week, didn't we publish the graphic had the wrong number in it? And we had,
yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I told you the wrong number. You messaged me and said, what number is this? And I told you, and I was wrong. So,
yeah. Those are the silly things.
That's what happens. So, so this week is actually 96.
Yep.
Which means
we're running out of time, Toots.
You're telling me, Toots, we gotta get on this. But we are soliciting. We really, really, really want some sound bites from you listening. If you could send us a 30-minute clip or 30 seconds or a minute, or voice clip that we could include in the podcast, telling us about your favorite episode, what you like, anything at all. We'd love to include it in the 100th episode when we're recording. So yeah, we don't have much time. It's only a couple weeks away, like 4 weeks. Carrie, we gotta get on that. Yeah, it's exciting. Okay, so make sure you send those voice clips, please, please, please. You can send them via email to tink@pixiedustfan.com or on Instagram or Facebook. I don't know if you can send, I think I said this last week. I don't know if you can send it on Instagram, but we know you can on Facebook. Yeah, because one of our listeners actually tested it on Facebook and it does work. So yay. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, Carrie, we've babbled long enough, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And
cut some of my Muppet talk out, for goodness sakes.
Oh my goodness. See how we do. This is how the episodes go. We say we're going to talk about the news. We think, okay, it's going to be a nice short one this week for everyone. And then boom. Anyway, we're up to the part of the podcast where we share our pixie dust.
So I got my pixie dust from you this week because I had other pixie dust, but I spilled it like, the Prince Charming, my Lego.
That was your pixie dust earlier.
I had a bunch of pixie dust this week. I probably have a bit more.
Bragging.
Well, because I've decided to I've been shopping a little bit more online, so I've had lots of wonderful goodies dropped off on my doorstep. But I got a present from you. You bought me some Muppet ears and a Muppet scrunchie from our friend who has a company called Now Ear This.
Yes.
And she makes the scrunchies awesome. The ears are awesome. They're very comfy. But I haven't been wearing the ears like, day to day since I got them. I've put them on a few times to show people. But I've been wearing the scrunchie and it's quite comfortable and scruncherific. And the ears are very, very cute. They are. Muppets all over them. And then there's a bow on it and it's green, sparkly. What's that word?
What what's
sequined.
It called?
It's sequined. Green, lime green, kermity sequined bow, and it's very pretty. So that was exciting because I don't have very many ears. I need ears to wear when I'm out and about at the parks, and I don't have too many. So I was excited to have a new Muppet pair. And you beat me to the punch. I saw that she was making Muppet scrunchies, and I went to go. I was like, I need that, and then they're sold out.
I know. Because as soon as I saw the scrunchie, and I knew you had said to me before, did you see she had these scrunchies, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, and I messaged her right away and I'm like, I need that scrunchie for Carrie. And she said, I have ears in the same pattern. I'm like, yes, give me those too.
What a good sales lady right there.
Exactly. I'm like, I absolutely need them because I know her ears are comfortable.
Yeah, they are very comfy.
Yeah. So, because sometimes ears dig into my head. So I don't wear ears a lot in the parks, but I know I have a pair of her ears that she made me Star Wars ones. So I knew they were comfortable. Anyway, so I thought, oh, even if you never wear them and they're just good for photos, they're just so adorable. And yeah, so I ordered them and got them to you. So you know what? Take a picture of them and then I can put them in the show notes.
Oh, I will for sure.
So that people can see them.
So thank you for my pixie dust.
Oh, you're welcome. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, Carrie needs to have these.
What's your pixie dust?
My pixie dust, also a purchase this week. So one of my problems with Instagram is that I can't do it on my computer. So I don't sit with my device in my hand. Like, it's hard for me. Anyway, so on my iPad, when I'm trying to reply to stuff or write out comments and stuff, Instagram only goes if you're holding your iPad up the way instead of sideways. I don't know which way. How do you say it? It only works when it's up instead of portrait.
So landscape. The other way is landscape. Only works in portrait.
Oh my gosh. So I got, Amazon is my friend, and I got a wireless keyboard. It's just a little tiny one, but it's a Bluetooth, so I can prop my iPad up the right way on my holder, and then I can use the keyboard. So it works. So yeah, it worked out really well. I was able to reply to stuff and not because I have such typos when I'm typing with my thumbs. And sometimes it's embarrassing how badly my spelling or whatever is when I'm typing with my thumbs. So
don't you find those, that keyboard's not a pain in the butt? You don't have to, because you have to charge it all the time.
Yeah, but if I'm sitting at my desk and it's I can just plug it in. Yeah, it worked out well. Oh, and I also got a new mat for my chair. So, because I have carpeting in my living room, which is where my desk is. And, so I got a new mat because my other one was falling apart. So, yeah, now I can roll back and forth.
Exciting pixie dust.
Oh, my goodness. It's been an exciting week.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Carrie. Well, this is fun as always. And we need to, so remember to everyone, send in that voice clip. We'd love to hear from you so that we're starting to collect them for the 100th episode. And make sure you're following us on Instagram as well. And you can find us really on all the social platforms. And I think that's it, Carrie.
That's all.
That's it. That's all. Well, thank you very much for listening. And remember, until next time, you are never too old to be young. Chase your dreams and design your own happily ever after.